Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play With a Water Tastes Like Wine. You're here with Randall Lefevre. Wine? Sorry, this is what I do. You're here with Randall Lefevre, otherwise known as DraxxKraven, when he likes to say wine. Wine! What story evolved in the telling? The VW bus. Parked and empty. The suicide cult of acid heads led by creationism. Sweet. Give me some cash. Thanks, partner. Alright, I'm gonna head up Savannah way. Pick up some more tails right quick. And then see who our new friend is. Also, let me check something real quick. Huh, that's weird. I heard that you would get items when you finished the tales of the adventurers. I finished Dupree's tale, but there's no sign of it. Oh well. Well, Dupree is in the Wheel of Fortune, so I will take on Dupree's tale. Woken up as much as it can. What do we got?
You emerge from the underbrush and find yourself at the edge of a field. A farmhouse sits at the other end. Close by, large family is tending to the plants together. They pause and regard you, almost nervously. "Hello there?" the grandmother asks.
Hello, afternoon.
The family is almost too nice to you. When you ask for water, they don't even let you walk to the pump by the house. A child runs back to the shed for a folding chair, and they serve you lemonade in a glass among the lettuce heads.
Very kind of you.
Halfway through your glass, you notice someone moving furtively down by the house. The cuffs of his white shirt are stained red. The father sees your look and shifts to block your view. His eyes are bright, and his teeth are bared in something like worry. "How do you like your lemonade?"
It's great.
His wife arrives with a bag full of sandwiches for you, and the whole family ushers you back into the woods, waving, wishing you well. You take one look back over your shoulder. The man by the wall is gone.
Move on. The farmers who gave you lemonade. Trying to hide something.
The soldier sits in the dirt with his legs splayed out, like a child would sit. Beneath the tattered fabric of his antique uniform, several open wounds fester in the hot sun. "Lend a hand, traveler?"
I could use another Sun story.
You kneel in front of the soldier. His body is marked with bullet holes, along with deeper wounds that could be from knives or bayonets. Maggots squirm inside the raw, red flesh. "About time I earned an amputation. You seen any bluebellies around?"
I mean, maggots in raw flesh, that's not bad. They can only eat the dead things.
The soldier leans in, uncomfortably close to inspect your features. Were his pupils solid white before now? He tilts his head, narrows his eyes, sniffs you. "What are you, stranger?"
I suspect I'm from the future. I'm a cursed man who's made a deal with the devil, and I am a skeleton. Pardon
A
me?
shadow falls on the soldier's face. "You damn Yankee!"
Oh, shit.
He pulls you in by the wrist and drives a bowie knife into your gut. As the blade bites your flesh, the soldier stares into your eyes, his body dispersing into the wind like a cloud of dandelion seeds.
Prick. Oh my god. That damn near killed me. Alright, what tale grew in the telling? The woman from Paris. The ghost of a woman executed in Paris a long time ago. So that's what happened to her. Let's camp down a little real quick. Jimmy, paradise waits.
Evening there. You looking for a sermon or just a chat?
So you a preacher or a student? Or both?
Don't really matter, frankly. First thing I ever learned behind the pulpit is that every homily is just a conversation.
Huh.
Ain't as one-sided as you might think, either. Preachers ain't shepherds. They're cowboys. They gotta run with the flock, keep them directed without fencing them in. So how about you take a seat and guide us somewhere?
You got it.
You must have seen some pretty wild stuff on the road. What's the most exciting thing you've seen?
Where are those bridge builders? Don't want to use Dupree's tale too soon. I got scary tales. I fear I may have cycled away too many of my exciting tales. Huh. That might be scary. The Gunshot Man's got to be exciting.
Huh. That one's trying to be scary, right?
Okay, never mind. I
Don't
guess
work
it's scary.
on me, I guess. Death? Well, Ma died a few years after I was born. Pops used to tell me she was beautiful and that I had her eyes and her sense of conscience. But he always said it like it was an insult.
Huh.
Lately, my journey's been pretty ordinary. Just walking church to church. What about you? Been on any adventures?
You could say that. Adventures, eh? I got funny stories, nothing too thrilling. How about the story of the jackrabbit and the cat?
You've got a pretty wild life, you know that? Home? Never had a home. Not the way y'all talk about it anyway. Pops and I had a little trailer for the summer he was wrestling in Atlanta. But otherwise, it was a new floor every week. Know any funny stories? I need to take my mind off things.
I got some funny tales, alright. I got the witch girl who grew kittens on a tree in her backyard like apples. Jesus, that tale really got out of hand.
That's a good one.
Boom.
Joy? Well, you ever heard that gospel music round Chicago way?
A little.
Now, I get it. Maybe a little ostentatious for some of the more reserved clergy. But it's got joy in it like the Lord put in the disciples, I tell you what. Hey, do you have any spooky campfire tales? Feels appropriate out here, right?
Yeah, sure. I'll tell the story of the ghost of the well-heeled hobo.
Different folks have different senses of humor, I suppose.
Is that supposed to be a funny story?
Bondage? Yeah. Met my daddy's daddy once.
Oh boy.
One time is all I needed to know that some chains ain't ever coming off you. Don't matter what sort of proclamation a white man in a suit makes. You must have seen some pretty wild stuff on the road. What's the most exciting thing you've seen?
How would you classify the tale of Walkin' Willis? I wouldn't call it too exciting. Maybe funny?
Different folks have different senses of humor, I suppose.
Got it.
Travel? Oh, I travel. Moving's in my blood. Pops traveled all over to wrestle. And even after I stepped out on my own, I kept moving.
Oh, wow. When you said wrestling, you weren't kidding. Oh, okay.
I've been everywhere. Chicago, New York, Atlanta, Houston, Los Angeles. Paris. I even been to Paris.
Really?
I've been everywhere. Chicago, New York.
Oh.
Well, I gotta get moving on. I have a sermon to give in the morning. And the church is a long night of walking that way.
All right.
Walk like you're blessed, child. Because even if you ain't, that's the only way you'll find your holy self.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I am gonna teleport to Miami. And then I went to Miami. Chilling here for a second. Head to the store. Grab PB&J. Refill my health. Maybe I can earn some cash. Look for work. 10-cent cheats. What an opportunist. Yes. Seek shelter instead. Oh, well. I could lose some health and make some cash, but I'd just spend it right away anyway. Alright, let's see which tail evolved. Then I'll head north and go back and catch our preacher again. Gunfire. What did it turn into? Killers on the streets. The gunfire that fills the streets of Chicago all day and all night. Okay, let's swap some stories around. I need exciting stories, I think. Let's bring in Rocio's long tail again. Let's look over for tales that I already told. Crap, what tales did I tell him? Right, I told him about Walking Willis. Just as I wanted to see which kind it was. The Jackrabbit. Give me the Thunderbirds who bring the storm. It's time to bring in the big boys. It's time to bring in those big stories. The ghost of the woman executed in Paris a long time ago. Legend of Gwen Michet. There we go. As the stories evolve, it's easier and easier. Get hold of people. Alright, there we go. Brought in the heavy hitters for you. I think I'll stick to... for the second chapter, I think I'll stick to other people's tales. See how much Awakening Dupree's chapter 3 complete tale does. Oh god, are you okay? Are you okay, game? Do you need some help? You gonna be alright? Huh. I don't seem to be able to hitchhike. Okay. Doesn't matter much. The cars are going in the wrong way anyway. I wonder what the preacher man will turn into. He doesn't seem too bitter. It's really hard to get a read on him, actually. So his dad was a wrestler, but he's a preacher. Strange how that works out, I guess. Alright. 2 evolving tales. 2 for the price of 1. What do we got? The dead man by the abandoned railway turned into the wandering man, murdered by his romantic rival. Funny how tales evolve. What do we got? The Thunderbird people. The Thunderbirds swooping and darting around the high places. Oh, Jesus, another evolution? Can I just go back and forth? Evolving stories back and forth forever? I can! The cursed fortune teller fleeing the bargain she made a long time ago. Well, that one's true, at least. Oh my god, I can't just keep going back and forth. Torn apart in the shooting war between the cops. Sorry, I'm just gonna do this for a little bit. Level up all the stories. Oh my god. Missing people and strange lights in the desert. The lights in the desert who abduct travelers. It's aliens, bro. We got aliens out in their deserts. Little green men come from Mars. I swear to God, I seen it with my own eyes. The dead boy in the grain silo turned into the tyrannical farmer whose son killed himself in the grain silo. I don't remember it being like that. Wow, this is so dumb. The anonymous grave turned into the 60 unidentified corpses buried together in one cemetery. Holy shit. It's really funny to see what these stories turn into. The hunting bald eagle. The eagle who watches over travelers from the sky. Well, that's about right. Saved my ass, he did. The creepy mill turned into The haunted mill, operated by ghosts. Jimmy, a shallow grave.
Oh, it is a good day to see you, child. Just need a little company is all.
You're squatting in a cemetery, man.
Led a celebration of life today. Young man, 17, maybe 18. Closed casket.
Shit.
They did that boy wrong, they did. I suppose I'm glad I gave his family a little hope, at least. Hey, do you have any spooky campfire tales? Feels appropriate out here, right?
I can say that I do. Oh, where's the tale of the haunted mill? Don't tell me I cycled that one away. Don't tell me I was so stupid. No! Well, I'll tell the story of the suicide cult acid heads led by a charismatic man. That's spooky enough, I hope.
Well, shock and peril ain't always exciting, you
Oh,
know.
I guess that's technically a thriller.
The future? I pray that one day America will be a place where young black boys do not need fear the arbitrary justice of fearful men. But I worry that there are a great number of closed caskets between here and there.
Right on.
Anyway, why don't you tell me a scary story? You must have heard.
Alright, scary stories, eh? How about the hotel where travelers lie awake while cursed toddler ghosts throw Satan's own tantrums? Sounds almost funny.
Oh, you got me for a second with that one.
Sweet.
Traps and chains? They don't keep us chained up metal no more. They carry the metal instead and show us how quick they'll use it.
Damn right.
Lately, my journey's been pretty ordinary. Just walking, church to church. What about you? Been on any adventures?
Where are the Thunderbirds? Oh, don't tell me I cycled them away. Damn. Alright, well, let's tell Dupree's tale. Focusing on the thrilling parts. See how that
You've got
works.
a pretty wild life. You know that?
Not as much as I would hope.
Fate, fortune? Well, crimes like this make destiny something easy to believe in. Washes our hands. Tells us there's nothing that could have been done. But it washes the hands of the offender, too.
Right.
It is fearful resignation and nothing more.
Yeah, definitely.
You must have seen some pretty wild stuff on the road. What's the most exciting thing you've seen?
Damn it. I threw all my thrillers away. I got scary stories, but I don't have too many thrilling ones. I got funny stories, but not too many. Oh, Legend of Gwen Mache, the richest and most ruthless bootlegger ever. If that ain't a thriller, I don't know what is.
I swear I ain't heard a story good as that in a long minute. Authority? Each day people want different things from God. When I step up to the pulpit, I always need to decide which Jesus I will bring with me. Anger in the temple? Kindness to his cruelest captors? No, today it was the Jesus in the garden. Confused, desperate for assurance, doubtful. The most human the divine ever was.
And it's important to show that. Hell, the man in gray told me. You gotta mention misfortune always seems to follow the people who already have bad luck.
Hey, do you have any spooky campfire tales? Feels appropriate out here, right?
Would you consider the shady painters around San Antonio to be spooky? Or would you consider that to be
Come
thrilling?
on, that's ridiculous.
That's gotta be a thriller.
Choice? Yeah, some days. I really believe that we all have choices in life. We are truly free to decide whether to live moral lives or to throw ourselves headlong into sin and profit. But on days like today, I think maybe only God chooses, and he does so with arbitrary cruelty.
Oh, don't lose your faith, man.
I've got to go now, friend. Headed to a congregation over this way. Long walk alone, and this boy won't leave my head.
Right.
And I keep thinking, I left America when I was his age. Lied on the forms. Told him I was 25 when I was 17. I'd heard that the 369th Infantry Regiment needed a chaplain, so I told him I was a preacher.
Really?
Don't get me wrong, I believed fervently, but I wasn't no reverend.
Of course not.
I just memorized a few verses, some psalms, enough of the commandments to make them think I was a true man of God. Oh, my proud, arrogant lips.
Interesting. Jimmy's Parable. Alright, that'll do for this episode. of where the water tastes like wine. If you liked what you saw, like. If you want to continue the adventure, please hit subscribe. And if you think that what I do is really keen, you can send me a couple bucks monthly on Patreon. And I can use that money to do fantastic, amazing things, like make more videos, start streaming, hire an artist to do cool shit, do the coolest thing I think of, become the reverend of my own religion. All hail Lord Mlugugluck, high from the alien over.